Whatever you want to do is alright with me. 'Cause you make me feel so.
Community Health Initiatives at Bon Secours, and I'm happy to be your MC today for the 8th award ceremony for the SEED program, which uplifts small businesses in the East End of Richmond. It is wonderful to see the many faces on Zoom today, and I also know there are many more watching than are not even on the screen. So whether we see you or not, we are most appreciative to have you with us. As we begin, I'd like to thank all of you, former SEED recipients, new awardees, funders, coaches, all of you for sharing this special day with us. If you were on this Zoom today, you understand that small business is one of the main supports in a thriving neighborhood, economy, and community. The purpose of SEED is to grow small business startups and support existing businesses that are getting ready to go to the next level. Yes, these entrepreneurs will be receiving small grants as a result of this competition, but they've been hard at work with hours of coaching from local experts, researching their own competition, and sharpening their business plans. In addition, we believe that SEED businesses are even greater than their individual achievements. What we know about communities on the rise is that a healthy commercial sector offering jobs, places to gather, and foot traffic is good for everyone. With SEED, these 8 years have in fact been building business on business, bringing a profound change and vitality in the community itself. One final thing about the businesses and entrepreneurs here in 2020. It's a message of resilience. Despite much struggle and hardship that all businesses have experienced in our country during the pandemic, the 2020 SEED businesses have dug deep with focus and determination to plan for their futures. It's been a beautiful thing to see. Today, you will be inspired by these entrepreneur stories. You will also hear from the investors in SEED and why they believe this work is so important. And finally, let me give the first but not the last in stating our deep gratitude to the Retail Merchants Association and Virginia LISC for casting a wide net into the community for submissions and then working with the businesses in assessing, planning, and basically walking with the small business leaders through the process. Special recognition and gratitude goes to Nancy Thomas, Diana McMahon, Jane Ferrara, and Tracy Leary. So let's get ready to focus in on this work. Please welcome with me investor remarks from leaders from Bon Secours and Capital One. I'd like to recognize and welcome first the president of Bon Secours Richmond Market, Faraz Youssef, followed by Chad Isley from Capital One.
Thank you, Becky, and good afternoon, everyone. I'm Faraz Youssef, the president of the Richmond Bon Secours Health System. On behalf of Bon Secours, welcome to the 2020 Supporting East End Entrepreneurship Development Award Ceremony. I want to thank you all for joining us virtually this year. These are unprecedented times, and as we see the surge of COVID-19 within our community at the nation at large, I think while it's very important for us to continue on the great work that we're doing, we also recognize the inherent challenges that we have within our community. So I want to thank everybody for joining us virtually. And I'd also like to take a moment as a healthcare provider within the community to remind everybody to be safe during this holiday season and be mindful of all the state regulations. It's vitally important for our economy, and many of you small business owners know this, vitally important for our economy that we continue to remain open and safe and vigilant. So please mask up, keep your distance, and hopefully we'll see everybody on the back end of this and be able to celebrate, and enjoy the wonderful food and samplings everybody's telling me about that our great businesses bring forward. With that said, it is a pleasure to be here today to celebrate the 2020 Seed Award recipients. We're grateful for your vision and courage because we know small business owners are the heart and soul of our communities. Small business owners assume a tremendous amount of risk when they start and build their businesses. And it's inherent for Bon Secours for us to be a part of this community as we live and work together to support your roles and your dreams and help them to come to fruition. I'd like to take a moment to thank our partners, as Becky did this morning. First of all, LISC Virginia, who has been our partner since the program's inception in 2011. Thank you for your ongoing leadership and support and commitment to the East End. To Capital One, our partners at Capital One, thank you for joining us yet again. And as our financial partner, and your contributions and increases the amount of grants we can give, and it allows us to continue with the program and support the wonderful businesses in the East End. And finally, to our newest partner, Retail Merchants, thank you for believing in the SEED program and for joining us this year as the FUD administrator. We're happy to have you. And next, I'd like to thank our 2020 Business Review panel, which was responsible for selecting the 2020 SEED recipients. First of all, Chad Isley, Managing Vice President of U.S. Card Finance, Capital One, and board member of Virginia LISC. Irvin Clark, Chairman, Central Virginia African American Chamber of Commerce. Lester Johnson, owner, Mama J's and Vagabond. Pat Foster, Director, of Minority Business Development for the City of Richmond. Rebecca Clay Christensen, Executive Director of Community Health at Bon Secours. And finally, Sean O'Brien, Director of Community Health at Bon Secours. Thank you for your time and flexibility, and again, working through a very challenging time through a virtual environment and continuing to create the energy and support that we need to drive forward the SEED program. As Becky mentioned, the SEED program is an important community initiative for Bon Secours. As a faith-based, mission-driven healthcare ministry, our goal is to improve the overall health of a community and through health promotion, job creation, food access, education, and affordable housing. We recognize that the factors that drive individual and community health extend beyond our hospitals, and they extend well into the communities. It goes beyond our medical needs and the medical resources that we provide to our communities. We know people can't focus on their health when they lack the basic needs such as affordable housing and the resources needed to drive those housing, jobs, access to care, healthy food, job training, and quality education. This year is our 8th year of SEED, and to date we have awarded 62 grants to 38 unique businesses with funding totaling over $639,000, which is a tremendous amount. And SEED has been a catalyst for a new vibrancy in the East End, drawing people from across the region into the historic district. And we've been thrilled to see the progress that our businesses have made through the revitalization efforts. I'd be remiss not to mention that 2020 has been a tough year, especially for small businesses, as Becky alluded to. And they've felt the impact of COVID-19 not like most others. I mean, it's a very unique situation for small businesses. And again, I think we all believe strongly in our hearts that small businesses are the lifeblood of the American economy and play an important role in terms of creating access into our communities, especially within the East End. So I'd like to say we're very, very proud to continue to support the SEED program, and very honored to be here and a part of this program, and very honored to have all of you here with us. Now I'd like to invite Chad Isley, Managing Vice President of U.S. Card Finance for Capital One and LISC board member, to share a few remarks. Chad?
Sure. Thank you, Faraz. Appreciate the remarks. So it's funny that Faraz, you mentioned how small businesses are the heart and soul of the communities. I literally wrote heart and soul as well as something that struck me as we're listening to, as part of being a panelist, listening to all of the small business owners literally pouring their heart and soul into their businesses. And I think it's no coincidence that actually 2 of our recipients have soul in their names, which is interesting as well. It was an absolute honor to serve on the panel, to be able to see all of the power that those small businesses have. Capital One has had the honor of supporting SEED since 2016, and really appreciate the opportunity to partner with Bon Secours, Retail Merchants Association, and Virginia LISC in doing so. In normal times, small businesses are a critical component of the community. They help strengthen the economy, drive job growth, and work towards creating a more equitable future. as both Becky and Faraz mentioned, 2020 in some ways amplifies that, both in the need to be resilient, but also what we saw is a lot of paying it forward. So small businesses reaching out and despite their own challenges, helping the community. And we know that the seed grants will help only enable that further. 25 years ago, Capital One was founded on a belief that no one should be locked out of the financial system. And so we are launching the Capital One Impact Initiative, which is a $200 million 5-year commitment focusing on a world where everyone has the opportunity to prosper by advancing an inclusive society, building thriving communities, and creating financial tools that enrich everyone. The SEED program is an excellent example of how communities, organizations, and small businesses can come together to create a brighter future. And so again, I'd like to congratulate this year's SEED recipient, and I look forward to the amazing impacts that each of them will have on the community going forward. So with that, I'll turn it back over to Becky.
Thank you, Chad, and thank you, Faraz. And thanks both to Bon Secours and Capital One for getting behind a project like this. The capital is so very important for the dreams of the entrepreneurs to be fulfilled. So now we're going to turn to the main event and begin to talk about the SEED grant recipients. I want to sort of set the stage here. If we were all together in a nice large room, you, the audience, and me as well, would be clapping and cheering and being really excited in person with the SEED grantees. And we can't do it this year. In fact, we can't even hoop and holler and hear it. So here's what your challenge and your opportunity is. So today, you probably in your own experience with Zoom meetings, you're very familiar with that chat button that is at the bottom of your screen. So this will replace applause today, and we invite you to freely cheer each other and our entrepreneurs particularly on the chat button. The entrepreneurs will see everything that you write, and that will mean so much. So we have 10 recipients today, and as I'm talking and I'm telling you a little about their business, feel free to get on and chat, and let's just show these entrepreneurs how proud we are of them. So everybody get ready to chat, and let's launch forward. So the first SEED recipient I'd like to introduce you to today is Bare Soul Yoga and Wellness. Bare Soul is a small business that was founded by Ashley Williams in August 2015. Their mission is to bridge yoga, education, and community to cultivate a diverse, accessible experience that provides balance to the mind, body, and soul for greater impact. They will use their grant funds to support business operations and expansion. Now, I can't see everybody here, but this was your time to chat and cheer Ashley on, and as well as her small business. So we're going to go on from here, and I won't be calling for the chats after this, but let's congratulate Ashley as well as she moves forward with her business. So next we have C. Alexander's Cleaners. It's a dry cleaning, laundry, and alterations business owned by Marion Fields and located in the historic Churchill district of Richmond. They provide an eco-friendly cleaning service with a gentle cleaning action that puts care into the garments that is noticeable to the customers. C. Alexander's Cleaners puts the customer first and always provides an exceptional experience. They will use their grant funds to purchase new equipment. Next up is Carolina Barbecue. It's a takeout restaurant that provides home-cooked meals at an affordable price. It's located on 9 Mile Road in Churchill. The restaurant was purchased in 2014 by Lamont and Alicia Hawkins, and after being a staple in the community since 1970. The new ownership has a focus on food access and excellent customer service. They will use their grant funds for exterior signage and marketing. Next, we have Easy Body and Auto Repair Service. It's a woman-owned automotive service for the Churchill area. The business has over 30 years worth of automotive experience that provides high quality, convenient, and comprehensive auto repair at a competitive rate. With a focus on trust in owner Charlene Spencer Taylor, they rely on positive word of mouth to help grow their business. They will use their grant funds for system updates and machinery. Now let's turn to Favored Cookie Company, which was created in 2018 by Sequoia Ross to create delicious, craft, frozen vegan cookie dough. They offer both vegan and gluten-free options, designed to show that vegan food can also be delicious. Their doughs can be baked straight from the freezer or what being one of the only cookies that can be eaten frozen. They use their grant money for marketing and promotional materials. Next up is Glean. Glean is a commercial cleaning company that is mission focused on living wage job creation for local citizens. In order to complete this mission, Glean provides an average hourly wage that is 30% higher. And could we switch on to the Glean slide? Sorry, I'm just pausing a bit so they can catch up with me. Glean provides an average hourly wage that is 30% higher than local competitors and financially incentivizes great work from the staff. Owner Nicole Mason has grown this company from an infancy stage to employing now 7 local citizens. They will use their grant funds for transition from contractors to W-2 employees and recruitment efforts. Next is Jade Salon. Jade Salon is a multicultural, full-service hair care salon owned by Jada Curriton. They specialize in custom color, precision cuts, and cutting-edge styles, as well as all aspects of hair care for men and women. With over 22 years of progressive experience in the hair care industry, their goal is to enhance their clients' overall image while educating them. Jade Salon has become a place for people to join and build each other up by creating relationships of support and compassion. They will use their grant funds for training and software implementation. Next up, we have Pomona. In 2016, Melissa and Fraser McCoo opened a plant and gift shop called Gather Home and Garden. But by 2017, the time was right for expanding into larger space that combined their plant life principles with a harvest-based menu, now known as Pomona. They are committed to the role a business can play in building community by hosting annual fundraisers for many nonprofits, creating plant and health-related programming, and working with local or independent artisans. They will use their grant funds to adapt their business with COVID, spatial, and health modifications and marketing. Next up, we have Soul and Vinegar. Soul and Vinegar is a local food brand focused on high-quality, health-conscious, diversely flavored items with an emphasis on affordability and convenience, all with a neighborhood feel. Soul and Vinegar, owned by Michelle Parrish, consists of a brick-and-mortar retail storefront located in Churchill, a satellite location inside of the VCU Institute for Contemporary Art that operates as a cafe and event space, and Soul and Vinegar Catering, a full-service catering business specializing in custom events and community-based work. With a focus on local partnerships, they offer affordability and bold, diverse flavors. They will use their grant funds to refocus their community catering business to enable ready-to-eat, takeaway meals. And finally, we have Walnut Alley. Walnut Alley was founded by Michael Wynn in October 2015 out of a need for waste management on Walnut Alley, an undesignated waste drop-off spot. The company provides waste management services for restaurants, apartments, landlords, and parking lots. They specialize in urban areas without dumpster access, facilitating cleaner communities. In the past 5 years, they have expanded beyond Shockoe Bottom to Church Hill, The Slip, Manchester, and Jackson Ward. They will use their grant funds for marketing and promotional materials. So, you've heard about all of the entrepreneurs, and what we're going to do is put an image up on the screen that showcases all of them and all of their happy faces. And we want to say congratulations to all of you. And you have one more chance as an audience to chat and cheer them on. So here we are at the end of the 8th Seed Award ceremony. One more round of thanks to Liz and to the Retail Merchants Association. Much gratitude also goes to the evaluation panel and, of course, all of you for cheering the seeds now into the future. I also want to give a shout out to the Capital One technology team that made us look so good today, and also the behind-the-scenes work coming from Virginia Lisk and also RMA and our own folks here at Bon Secours. It did take a village to make this happen today, after all. So I want to tell you the best way you can cheer on these businesses is to frequent them and spend your money there. Lift them up as you get this opportunity to make purchases and buy services. So, in closing, we are so grateful for these small businesses and their inspiring energy in this most uncertain time. Their path is an example to all of us for what grit, good planning, courage despite challenge, and a hope for the future can bring. Congratulations, and thank you for attending. Have a great day.